The square knot, also known as the reef knot. The square knot is a binding knot, typically used in boating, securing bandages in a medical setting, and home and garden. It's used to join two ends of a line around an object. Let's pretend that these two ends are part of the same rope. You go right over left for one of the knots, and then left over right for the other. The result should be a symmetrical knot, with two ends running parallel to each other. The fourth knot is a bowline. The bowline is a loop knot primarily used in boating, but also in the outdoors and around the house. The bowline is great for forming a fixed loop at the end of the line quickly. First, start by making an overhand loop towards the working end. The loose end is then brought through the bottom, through the loop, around the working end, and then back through the top of the loop. To do this quickly, I swoop around the working end and rotate my wrist. This forms a loop. The line can be put around the working end, brought through the loop, and then tightened back up. With a little bit of practice, you can do this one-handed. And this is what it should look like when you're done.
How to tie an overhand knot. You've tied this one a million times and never even known it, or at least its official name. It's just your basic, knot.
Them together evenly, and I'm going to form an overhand loop. Now I'm going to take the two tag ends, tag in from my leader butt, from my leader here, and the tippet section that I want to attach to it, and I'm going to pass both of those through the loop once, and then again, making 2 times, hence the double surgeons. And I'm going to hold all 4 ends of my line evenly in my fingers, and I'm going to draw them together slowly to make sure that everything is alternating nicely and there's no overlap here. So as I snug these together, and I will use a little bit of saliva to help them tighten evenly.
Tying a reefer knot. You go over the long end. See, this short, this is long. You go over the long end, under the long end, and then you make a loop right down here, and you put it through this small loop next to your tying area, and you pull it real tight, and you get that.
The halter hitch is a post hitch used to hitch horses. To tie the halter hitch, put the rope over the pole. Make an underhand loop. Put the end of the rope across the underhand loop about halfway up the loop. Make a closed loop. Put the closed loop through the underhand loop. Tighten the knot. Put the end of the rope through the closed loop. To undo the knot, remove the end of the rope from the closed loop and pull.